Use your education wisely. Give back to others. Share your gifts and your talents within your local community. Find a cause and make a meaningful difference in the world. Be grateful for the world you live in. Finally, I would like you to express gratitude to those people in your life who helped you achieve this goal. While everyone's life is different, and some of you have gotten more support than others, none of you made it here alone. Take some time today to express your gratitude to those who made this moment possible. Class of 2022, we hope that you will do a little bit of good wherever you go. Be kind and be grateful for your family, your friends, your colleagues, and yourself. Please do not forget us at Genesee. When you can, come back and visit, stop in, or drop us a note. Each and every one of you is important to us, and we are so very glad of the time you spent here with us. The very best of luck. Congratulations.
Our thanks to Senator Schumer for taking the time to put that together and send it along. Our next presentation is the Alpha Medal of Service. This prestigious award is the highest honor bestowed by the Genesee Community College Foundation. It recognizes individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary volunteer service and generous philanthropic support. The 2022 Alpha Medal of Service recipient is Mr. William Bill Fritts. Bill's commitment to Genesee Community College has been extraordinary. He has served as a member of the Foundation's Board of Directors for 10 years, from 1996 to 2006. Bill's leadership roles in the Foundation include the Strategic Planning Committee, the Stewardship Committee, the Annual Campaign Steering Committee, the Communications and Marketing Committee. In addition, he served on numerous capital campaign projects that included the Convo Technology Building, the Walcott J. Humphreys Student Union, the Rod Steiner Art Gallery, the Student Success Center, and this Richard C. Call Arena that we're in right now. Bill also served as chair of Encore, the Foundation's annual fundraising gala, which directly supports student scholarships here at Genesee. Beyond his formal foundation service, Bill's generous financial contributions to the capital projects and support of scholarships have benefited many students who attended our college. He's committed to his local community and has also previously served on the board of directors of United Memorial Medical Center. Bill's an inspiration to all of us. Please join me in thanking him for his service and congratulating him as he is the 2022 recipient of the Alpha Medal of Service.
Congratulations, you guys. Job well done. And congratulations to your parents and your families. This is a great day. You can remember it for a long time. I just want to say thank you to the Board of Trustees of Genesee Community College, as well as the Board of Directors of the Foundation. Thank you very much. It's been a long time.
Garth Swanson was a lifelong resident of Western New York, dedicated to higher education and his community. He began working at Genesee Community College in 1992, and in March 22, Garth would have celebrated his 30th year here at Genesee Community College. Garth's accomplishments are many, both personally and professionally, and he was most in his element in front of a classroom full of students. He taught with an infectious energy, bringing history to life, often acting out historical events that he loved seeing the students watch and see a light bulb go off in their head, and that aha moment when they understood and made historical connections. Garth was very involved in the community, especially in the town of Stafford. In 2014, Garth and his wife, Amy, purchased a home in Stafford that was built in 1846 and invested in restoring it as much as they could to its original 19th century style as possible. He served as a town historian, was a member of the Historical Society. He participated in the Episcopal Church and was part of the Rural Cemetery Association. On a personal level, Garth donated stem cells at the Wilmot Cancer Center for transplants of bone marrow and stem cells. Both Garth and his wife Amy joined the Be the Match Registry, operated by the National Marrow Donor Program. A few years back, they did this in support of a girl from Elba who needed a transplant. He raised money and brought awareness to childhood cancer, speaking at many events for the Golisano Children's Hospital and Camp Good Days. He also participated annually in the Tour de Teddy cycling event around Cube Lake. Garth spent an extraordinary amount of time in his career being a leader, and he's admired by so many. He laid the groundwork for many initiatives and had significant contributions to the overall success of many, many projects. From his achievements in higher ed to his goals for students and quality education, to his active role in the community, Garth was an exemplary role model for everyone. His hard work, team spirit, leadership, and commitment to the college flourished for decades, leaving the college and everybody who came in contact with him better for knowing him. The Board of Trustees believes that it is only fitting that Garth Swanson be recognized as an honorary member of the GENESEE Community College class of 2022 and be presented with a posthumous honorary associate degree from the college he cherished and faithfully served for so many years. I'd like to ask Amy Swanson and his wife to come forward to accept that diploma.
It is such a great honor for our family to share this important day with all of you. As we join together to receive this honorary degree on Garth's behalf, let me also congratulate you all for this amazing milestone in your own lives. This is no small achievement. Genesee Community College is woven into the fabric of our family's life, past, present, and future. Where someday I expect that our sons will sit where you sit today, celebrating their accomplishments as they embark on a future of endless possibilities. The awarding of this honorary degree means so much to our family. This degree not only represents your recognition of Garth's life, his work, and his commitment to Genesee Community College, but also his steadfast belief in the value of what getting an education has to offer each and every one of us. To the Board of Trustees, Dr. Sunzer, friends, we thank you for acknowledging Garth's devotion to Genesee Community College, his profession, his colleagues, higher education, but most of all, to his students. He has clearly left an enduring legacy, a part of which lives on in many of you. For those of you who don't know, Garth is a product of Jamestown Community College. Garth firmly believed in the wonderful foundation that a community college education provides its students. He knew that with a solid foundation, you can go anywhere and you can do anything. That belief led him here to his GCC home. Garth truly loved this college, and this past March, it would have been his 30th year here. He enjoyed the community, his colleagues, and his students. Every fall, he still had the enthusiasm of a first-year professor, full of excitement, not so much for the chance to impart his historical knowledge on his students, but really for what he knew he could learn from all of them. He also understood that if you helped create a solid foundation for students, they can go anywhere and do anything, just as he had done. At the start of each school year, Garth was the first one in the family to be ready out on the front porch for our first day of family pictures. He gives me solace to know that he was able to do what he loved in this wonderful learning community up until the end. On behalf of Garth and our boys, Founders Beckett and Cooper, I want to express to you how much we appreciate the support he has received from the people here at Genesee as his health deteriorated. It means so much to all of us that you supported him as he struggled to do come through your classroom, traditional or virtual. Your students look to you for so much more than facts in a textbook. You are gatekeepers to their future and embrace that role. And to the students, take advantage of every opportunity that GCC presents to you. Explore, ask questions, and test yourself, especially to open the path to the future that you deserve. Use this amazing foundation that you have been given. Garth believed that students who sat in his class had potential to achieve their goals, and he tried to teach them not only history, but confidence in themselves, to challenge them to do their best in every class and on every assignment and test. He believed in all of you. And as you leave Genesee, feel proud of what you have achieved and use the skills and knowledge that you have learned to achieve your goals, as Garth knew that you could. And as Professor Ethington said, we are so grateful today for all of you. Thank you so much.
Our keynote speaker for today's ceremony, Mr. Daniel Ireland. Dan Ireland is the president of the United Memorial Medical Center. He's entering his 32nd year at United Memorial. He spent much of his clinical career in emergency medicine, clinical informatics, quality, and clinical roles. In 2010, Dan was promoted to Vice President of Operations, Chief Operating Officer of the hospital. As Vice President of Operations, he was responsible for oversight and project management of the surgical and front entry construction project, a major maternity unit renovation, and the revitalization of the Jerome Center Diagnostics Facility. In November of 2013, he was promoted to President, leading United Memorial through the merger with Rochester Regional Health and the local healthcare team through the COVID-19 response. Dan completed his associate degree in nursing from Genesee Community College in 1992, a bachelor's degree in nursing from SUNY Brockport in 1994, and he received a master's degree in business administration from the Rochester Institute of Technology in 1997. He's also a member of the Leadership Genesee class of 2006 and a recipient of Buffalo First 40 Under 40 Award in 2007. In January 2013, he became a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives, the nation's leading professional society for healthcare leaders. Dan was also named to the 2018 roster of Healthcare Innovators and Champions by Buffalo Business First, signifying his high levels of accomplishment within the field of Western New York healthcare. Continuing with his commitment to lifelong learning, Dan is enrolled in the Doctorate of Healthcare Administration program at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. You got to come up with an easier name for your college. Currently, he serves on the board of directors for Lake Plains Community Care Network, Gillen Grant Community Center, GOAR, and the Healthcare Association of Western and Central New York. Dan has 3 children, Rebecca, Brian, and Kelly, and currently resides in Virgin with his wife, Peggy. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dan Ireland.
Thank you, President Sensor, GCC Board of Trustees, faculty, parents, and most importantly, graduates, for letting me be part of this important moment in your lives. I am humbled and honored to be here with you today. Today, I really would like to share a little bit about my journey since my time here at GCC, and a few things that I've learned along the way that might help you as you embark on the next chapter of your life. 30 years ago, I stood where you were, crossing the stage here at GCC with what seemed like a lifetime ahead of me. I was a young nurse, and I was just completed a challenging journey through the rigorous nursing program. I'm sure our nursing graduates know that, here at GCC. And my sights were set on helping people and being an emergency room nurse, because that's where all the action was. I was not an A+ student, not even a B+ student, but I was dedicated, and through perseverance and some great helpers, I made it through the program and I proudly graduated. While here at GCC, my journey began here in Batavia at our local hospitals. There were 2 of them. I worked as an orderly and drove ambulances to help the sick and injured. I believed at that time my destiny was to get through this associate in nursing program and to work as an emergency room nurse for a lengthy career of high action. And that was going to be it. Then something clicked as I neared completion of the program here. I realized I could do other things. And so I enrolled in, at the time it was called the 2+2 program at SUNY Brockport to get a bachelor's degree in nursing. I had a supportive employer who accommodated my school schedule. While I worked as a floor nurse, I was paying my dues so I could go down and work in the emergency room. One of the first things I learned that I want to share with you is that unexpected things happen, and you need to roll with it. About 6 months into becoming an emergency room nurse after my graduation, the manager there announced that she was going to retire. Now, somebody thought it was a really good idea to put the new kid in charge. And as an ambitious young nurse, I accepted the opportunity, and I did my best to lead the team of seasoned nurses. One early August morning at about 4 a.m., I received a phone call that no emergency room nurse manager wants to receive. A train had derailed here in Batavia. More than 100 passengers were involved, and I was told, we need you to come to work. See, in healthcare, you plan for these things, but you never fully expect them. And as you recall, I mentioned there were 2 hospitals in Batavia, so we were going to take that volume of patients between us. Combined, we had a total capacity of really only 20 to 25 patients, and there were initially 120 patients involved. You can imagine the fear and panic that was rising from our teams. Here's the silver lining of that story. There were no fatalities, and this was amazing. And between the hospitals, we each took care of about 30 patients each. The remaining patients were triaged at the scene. When I say roll with it, it's because there was no playbook for that scenario. Our emergency room itself could only accommodate 12 to 13 patients. So it forced me and the team to step up and focus on the unexpected and find a solution. Now that event caught the eye of my leadership and opened some doors of opportunity and growth. Also, my confidence and focus grew. I ended up graduating SUNY Brockport cum laude, and I immediately proceeded to my graduate studies at Rochester Institute of Technology for a master's degree in business administration. Also graduated cum laude. Now, I don't tell you about my honors to boast. It's just a reminder that unexpected things happen, and you gotta roll with it. I started out as an orderly who wanted nothing to get through this associate's degree in practice nursing. I became a leader with a master's degree, running an emergency room, and leading people through disasters. It seemed almost unmanageable. Now, some of you out there who know me realize I could be talking at length for the years that follow. But since I don't want to delay you getting your celebration of graduation, I'll just give you a few more pointers from things I learned along my journey that I think will be important for you. Over the next several years, many wonderful things happened that impacted my life. I was blessed with 3 beautiful children who illuminated my life in ways that I can't describe. Children are an amazing part of our lives and journey. They enlighten you, they test your endurance, and they bring you joy. And it's a bit humbling as you watch them grow smarter than you as they get older. During that era, I also learned 2 other important lessons the importance of feeling safe to fail, and the importance of humility. So this is what happened. Some time ago, a career opportunity arose that would have taken me out of the hospital environment. It would have been a promotion, and it was a fork in the road. Safe to fail. If you don't try things, you'll never know your potential. And when you try them and you do not succeed, it reminds you that you're not all that. Humility. I went through a rigorous interview process and reached the point of being one of 2 final candidates. This has happened a couple times in my career, and it's remained the most humbling thing for me. As you can imagine, I was excited and feeling proud that I was one step away from succeeding, until I could not. When I did not get the job, I was crushed. I had not embraced yet that it's okay to fail. I felt that failure would be the enemy. Over time, and in hindsight, I realized that it was simply fate showing me a path I had not imagined. I got to experience a humbling event. What I did not know was a different path lay ahead. And about a year later, I left the emergency room and became a nurse clinical analyst. Now this is a nursing aid right here. Heaven. I got to use computers to make healthcare better. And now looking back, had that opportunity worked out to lead healthcare, I would not have realized the path I'm on today. Over the next 10 years, I worked in clinical IT, quality, and eventually administration. And I met some extraordinary people who impacted my life in many ways. This brings me to another point I'd like you to remember. And I think it's a theme. Be kind. And let me tell you why. In the early 2000s, I met our hospital's new CEO, Mark. Healthcare locally had transitioned over this time, and the 2 hospitals had become one. The post-merger environment was challenging, financials were tough, the culture was still evolving. And Mark, he came in with a plan, and he worked over the following 10 years to create a team and a stable healthcare environment at the table. He also did something else. He became my mentor. He showed kindness and helped me learn and grow, creating the safe to fail spaces with the support behind it to help me get up and keep on going. I grew under his leadership and became the Chief Operating Officer at United Memorial, our hometown hospital, and I became Mark's successor in 2014, and he retired in 2015. Today, I continue to hold the role as president. If a person like Mark did not come into my life and help me grow, I would not have had such an opportunity. Mark showed kindness, and he mentored, a lesson I try to pay forward continuously. My advice to all of you, find a mentor and be a mentor. You don't have to be a president or an executive to be a mentor. Find someone you can share your talents with, and when you can, open doors for them and help them grow. That'll be the best gift you can ever give someone. The past 8 years in my leadership had seen many changes and challenges. We merged our hospitals with a bigger health system, Rochester Regional Health, continuing the path Mark had set us on to stabilize and grow healthcare in ways we had never imagined. My team and I went through the rigorous process of merging our services, evolving our culture, and integrating all aspects of healthcare. We built cancer institutes locally, we hired new physicians, and we brought in things like telemedicine to improve our ICU. And in 2019, we made the decision to merge all of our computer systems with the same systems that Rochester Regional were on. After a rigorous year-long journey, on February 1st, 2020, we completed our final major conversion of the electronic medical record. I recall thinking in early February, as the project was wrapping up smoothly, it'll be nice to give our team a breather from all this change. We can settle things down a bit. Then March 2020 happened, COVID-19 pandemic. The unexpected happens, roll over. The pandemic was something none of us had seen or experienced. There's no good playbook for this one, I remember telling our team. So we're going to have to do what we do best, focus on what we know, and support our team through this. We did not know how long it was going to go on for, but we did not expect it to last as long as it has. And still does. There are many heartbreaking stories of how COVID took away our friends, our loved ones, and changed lives forever. Those have played out in the news and in your lives, I'm sure. But there are many other stories, the ones that have nurses and doctors working in tents and busy ICUs, supporting one another in ways we would have never imagined. We saw the acceleration of new technology and new medical practices that have created a new dynamic for the healthcare of the future. We used kindness and empathy, and we were humbled by what we experienced. But most of all, we are here today and facing a new day and a bright future. Today and every day, I salute our healthcare community, our community partners, and I salute you, our next generation, who will have to think harder and more innovatively as we face the challenges that lie ahead. I know we'll be in good hands as GCC has prepared you for the future that awaits. From COVID, we learned we must stick together, we must support one another. That's when we thrive. So please, take this lesson with you to all parts of your life. We will be a better world and community for it. Do not let the tragedy of this pandemic go unanswered. Let us use the lessons of innovation and community spirit to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice because of this terrible illness. As I wrap up, I hope to leave you with 4 main thoughts as you open the next chapter of your lives. Please remember, the unexpected is not always bad. Roll with it. It might just take you to places you never imagined. Find your safe-to-fail spaces and try things, but be prepared to be humble. And it's okay to do that. Stand back up, know that you can try again, and the results may lead to wonderful things. Be kind. Our world and your community that surrounds you can use just a bit more kindness these days, as we all have struggled through the last 2 years of COVID. Empathy and kindness are pivotal parts of our recovery. Hold your heads up high, because you are the generation that did the unprecedented. You endured during a global pandemic. You graduated college in an environment that threw curveball after curveball at you. Yet you kept getting back up and finding new ways to succeed. Be proud of that. Lastly, I ask you to keep this quote in mind from author and entrepreneur Mike Tooley. Thoughts become things. Choose the good ones. Over the 30 years of my life, it truly has been my thoughts that have shaped the way I respond to situations, treat others, and navigate changes around me. If your thoughts are positive and you try to see the opportunity in every situation, then you'll find those opportunities, and they will be the difference makers in your life. So please remember, you control your thoughts, your actions, and how you will handle the myriad of changes that lie ahead. Make them the good thoughts, remember to be kind, and go forward and lead our future to a better place. Thank you all for having me here today. It has been truly an honor to share this exciting moment with you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dan. Dan truly represents the best of SUNY GCC. I'd like to present you with this plaque. Daniel P. Ireland, in appreciation as a keynote speaker and in recognition of your 30th anniversary as a GCC alumnus, Genesee Community College, 54th commencement, May 21st, 2022.